Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. Sorry if the mic quality is really bad. I'm still working on trying to get a new microphone and trying to find the right one. But anyways, I guess to I'm going to talk about my first impressions of Mass Effect Andromeda, and I am playing this on the PC. Um, I know it shows Xbox One controls, but you could use a PC, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start it off by saying that I just recently started playing Mass Effect, and I am a fan. What I mean is like 2 months ago, I literally bought the trilogy for PC, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I liked everything except for the ending. The first one was a really rough game. Because the first game, they barely had any time to do with it at all. Like barely any time with the engine. I guess their own time restraints. But the story was really good, but the combat was just ugh. That's when people tell me that their favorite Mass Effect is one. I'm just like, how can you guys stand the combat? I understand the story is good. To me, I think the second one is probably the best because it has a nice mixture of combat and a good story. And it's just the ending to me is just really, I guess, overall satisfying and kind of like preparing. But anyways, we're gonna start into Mass Effect Andromeda and what I think of it so far. So number one, facial animations. Facial animations are a big controversy in this, I guess, the Mass Effect community right now. They look like crap. Not all of them, but most of the human animations, I agree, look like crap. Especially some of the women, and it just some. I don't think all like the different types of races look like crap, but some of them do. Some of it, I mean, people are saying like I was reading some of the Twitter comments saying it's unplayable. It's definitely not unplayable, but it's definitely not that big of. It's an issue, but it could be fixed. It can't be like changed entirely, but they can change it to where they can definitely update it and make it better. Trust me, it will. They will probably do that because BioWare is one of the more trustworthy companies. EA is not. But to go on to my second thing is animation running. That's also another thing that people are complaining about. It's not that big, but whenever you're in not in your suit, but in your regular I guess attire or outfit, you run really weird. I just wanted to bring up that point. Number three. Did I put a number three on here? Okay. Number three, graphics. Graphics. A lot of people are complaining about the graphics. To me, I think they look fine. So I think they have really. I don't think they have that much of a problem. They don't. People to me are just complaining about everything just to get this game downvoted, in my opinion. Or because someone was like, I want this game to fail just because of everything. To me, I think this game is taking a different direction rather than the other Mass Effect, but we'll talk about that later. But the graphics in this game look fine. I think they look good. They could be improved slightly a bit, but still, it looks fine. The gameplay in jetpacks, what you're seeing right now is the multiplayer, is the horde mode. I enjoy it for quite a bit, but I can see how it can get kind of repetitive. But the story, I mean, it can, and depending on how you play and what your playstyle is, it can be creative. I've only played about 2 hours of the story so far. So it's basically a first impression because the 10-hour free trial, not a free trial, but it was definitely an interesting, and the jetpacks was a lot of fun. I know probably everyone's like Call of Duty, Call of Duty. But the thing about this is that these jetpacks are a lot more fun than the Call of Duty ones. Like I feel like the movement is a lot faster, it's a lot more fluid, and it feels polished. Some people might not feel the same, but I actually kind of like the jetpacks, and it makes it feel unique to the series. It just is something new. I mean, I guess everything's adding jetpacks nowadays. Halo 5, and it doesn't matter. Story. I've only played about 2 hours of the story. I could tell you that it's hitting all the cliches so far. It's definitely a cool opening and stuff like that. But there's stuff that I would in the first 2 hours. I'm just saying it goes by a little too slow. And on top of that, it tells it fairly weird, and I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I'm pretty sure other people can emphasize because I only played about 2 hours of it. It was definitely an interesting time I had with the story. I think it could still be improved. I mean, a lot of people are saying that I read a lot of reviews, and a lot of people said the story is fine, but it could be improved, and I think the story will end up being fine here. So just be weary that this. I think the story will be all right. I mean. I don't think it's going to be as in-depth as the other Mass Effects, but this Mass Effect, in terms of story, is going for more of an exploration. I should have mentioned this in the in the gameplay, but it's going for more of an exploration vibe than rather than your original Mass Effect. Like it has the Mass Effect feel to it, but there's some stuff that it's just it. I think they would choose exploration over gameplay and story, which is I think they need to balance them out, which I think they can do a good job. They just need to fix a couple things. I think the story will overall be fine, so nothing to worry about there. I mean, I am worried because this game is getting. I've seen 2 6s out of 10, but I've seen a lot of 7s and a lot of 8s, and I'm just gonna average it out and say this game is probably a 7 on the scale of everyone else. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, a little bit of a multiplayer rant. I played the multiplayer. It's fun, but there's not enough maps. Number one, I mean, the thing about it is they're gonna give you free DLC in the future, which is nice. In terms of multiplayer maps, but microtransactions are a real thing. In this game, and I will talk about that later. But I'm just saying it becomes a big issue in terms of balancing and just like how all the multiplayer works and how because there's no progression in the multiplayer. I think that's what I do not like about it. There is no progression. There is there is progression. You can earn skill points and stuff like that and level up, but in order to get the other characters and stuff like that, you have to unlock them out of a I'm gonna call it a supply drop basically. Basically, it's a crate. You gotta lock them out of a crate, which I feel like is kind of dumb. And it's basically it's all upon luck. Like you can't earn it regularly, which kind of sucks. Which I wish you could. I wish you could earn the weapons and stuff regularly. Kind of make this. And then also they should add a PvP. I don't know why we do not have a PvP in Mass Effect. To me, I feel like all the powers combined, like Vanguard versus Sentinel. Wouldn't that be really cool? I mean, just a suggestion. I like the horde mode. I definitely like horde mode, but I could tell you it can probably get boring after a couple times you play. So I guarantee Mass Effect is probably relying on its single player. The microtransactions they became kind of a problem because I already have like a lot of gold weapons because I got the digital deluxe version. But that's how you get weapons too. You can't unlock them through progression. You gotta or leveling up. You gotta keep there's no there's no progression bar. See, I don't know if you can earn stuff through progression besides the skill points because there's no progression bar. There's only challenges and mission teams, and yeah, that's about it. I wish there was something more like Call of Duty. I know I'm just saying that. Don't say as a Call of Duty fanboy, but I want to know what I'm progressing towards. Like that's the whole point of it. Why would I play a horde mode multiplayer or a PvP or a PvE if I have nothing to progress towards? If I have nothing to work towards, that's the whole point of it. Killing enemies is fun, but the whole point of it is to have that reward. And that microtransaction kind of also ruins it, but most games have it now. Also, character customization is a little bit of an issue. It's a little lackluster, and especially on the female side. On the male side, it seems like you do a little bit more. But on the female side, it's a little lackluster. So I wish hopefully day one patch, they might improve some stuff. That would be pretty good. They are coming out with the day one patch, and hopefully it's really good. Also on PC and PS4 and Xbox One, on PC this game stutters, and for the first time it's like I didn't think it was I thought it was my graphics card, but apparently a lot of people are getting it, cutscenes and stuff like that. This game stutters on single player. On multiplayer, it doesn't really stutter that much, but on single player, it stutters. And it loses a lot of frames sometimes. But on multiplayer, it doesn't really do that, but it does lose frames on PS4 and Xbox One. So be wary of if you're ready to drop from 30 frames to about 15, or maybe 20. Usually it's really not that bad. Usually they'll fix it maybe day one. And that's about it. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the 10-hour early access, and I don't think they should have done that. Maybe multiplayer would have been fine and been cool, but single players, you guys are just opening yourself up for spoilers. And I feel like that's kind of like a bad move because they've been wanting to keep this game super tight, and then all of a sudden they're just like, you know what? Why don't we just reach it through EA Access? And then I had to pay so basically I paid $75 to play this game. But anyways, I think I'm gonna upload a couple of my other parts. I'm reaching to do 3 Mass Effect videos at least a day, maybe 2. Maybe 2 and then maybe 3. Just so I can stretch them out there and hopefully get them out to you guys. I don't care who watches them, as long as I enjoy making them, as long as they're on YouTube and I enjoy making them. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end it right here at the It's almost actually close to 10 minutes, and that's totally fine. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you guys so much. And honestly, I don't know how Mass Effect will be. So far, I would give it a 7. Just like I think the story could improve, and I think DLC could improve with this game. And I'm excited to see what this game could do in the future, because Destiny, every game, this game could be vastly improved besides what it is right now. Like maybe the day one patch fixes the facial animations and stuff like that, and the I don't know. I want to say the story. The story is not so far. It's not bad to me, but I also want to mention one last thing. There is this pointless cutscene that literally lasts like 2 minutes of this the main bad guy literally saying nothing, just walking up and just holding his hand in the sky. It was just or in the yeah, and basically in the sky around this little box. It was really weird and really pointless. And I wish they're not trying to hit the cliches. I wish they wouldn't try to hit the cliches. But anyways, I guess that's about it. That's all I have to say about my first impressions. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.